Okay, so this is for promoting community peace walks around the country at noon, an hour at their city hall. We're going to do a series across country, ending with offering the Global Peace Pole ceremony to the President on August 30th. This initiative started a couple of months ago. We've been having 2 months of events. I've planned them for a month or so ahead to lead up to this Great Spirit All My Relations relay. This is a relay of peace through love. Its original name was the Great Spirit All My Relations Relay Marathon Walk and Caravan. So it's a kind of walk event combination, however you need to get there to keep on schedule kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll be carrying the peace proclamation that the mayor of Santa Barbara offered in her participation at the Tree of Peace ceremony on March 11th. We'll be carrying that and sharing it to inspire other city mayors to also offer their global peace proclamations that we can all accumulate together, carry the peace messages like this in the global peace baton, the relay baton, and it has 6 symbols on it for the messages of peace from 6 different cultures. You can Google Great Spirit Relay and find a link that'll lead you to the explanation of all this. So we have the mayor of Santa Barbara's peace proclamation, and we're carrying it, gathering other mayors, community leaders, whoever wants to give a special message for peace for this occasion, to bring not only to the President, but to bring to a Spiritual Unity Summit, a forum for global peace, going on from August 20th to 28th, camped out in Greenbelt National Park, Maryland, just outside of Washington, D.C., a 12-mile bus ride. We'll be camping there for a council on the 20th to 28th of August. And the reason for those dates is that this is the anniversary, the 20th of August, of the birth in 1994 of the first of the white buffalo calves. This was a non-albino female white buffalo calf. It was born August 20th, 1994. Her name was Miracle. And this is an apparent fulfillment of the Lakota prophecy of hope for these times, given 19 generations ago, that this non-albino female white buffalo calf being born marks the apparent fulfillment, the beginning of fulfillment of this prophecy of hope. So that's why every year I try to promote August 20th to 28th White Buffalo Days. We did a Spiritual Unity Summit in Arizona 2 years ago in 2016. And this time, try again, Greenbelt Park, Maryland, and then walk to the White House after that. So that's basically the message. There's a lot of information online about it. And I'm David Willams. I'm the coordinator. My phone number for texting and contact is 805-708-0252. And the basic website is global-emergency-alert-response.net. Global Emergency Alert Response.net. Thanks very much.
camera.
So
Got it.
Jose Munoz is the keeper of, he was raised as a child to be one of, he says, 250,000 people like themselves who are Mayan calendar keepers. So they study and maintain 23 different calendars every day, what's going on. And this one special one, the Six Sun calendar, is for the next 26,000 years, as I understand, my understanding, right? So he's presenting this teaching which enables a person to understand not only the past to present connection, but the future to present connection. That the future, present, and past can be all perceived in the now, the eternal now, he says. So as you get into that frame of mind and you're doing things, it's more like you're remembering what was done and you're just doing it again, kind of thing.
Okay.
So he's been very highly regarded by many of the indigenous elders coming from Guatemala with this message, especially the local Chumash elder Art Cisneros. And they did a demonstration of this calendar at the Lucidity Festival a week or so ago, where they put up a 33-foot diameter dream catcher made of hemp cord, donated by the Hempwise movement, and made a calendar with the 25 archetypes on it of the new demonstration of the new calendar with the 25 archetypes. 5 are new and 20 are the previous ones. So, and in the center of that was the Rainbow Uprising Lattice, I call it, this human hive exhibit painted in rainbow colors. This poor imitation of the tetrahedron is the base. This is the base of it. So Jose is going around the world giving these teachings, and he's decided to make 100 of these Dreamcatcher Mayan calendar installations all around the world between now and 2021.
And from what I hear, you, Art, and Jose are going to Standing Rock and make one there?
He's made a promise to take the next one to build at Standing Rock, at the Standing Rock Medicine Wheel Summer Solstice Festival.
Oh no!
And that's over the summer solstice in June, and I'm trying to help him get there, and if I can get there with him, help him set everything up. My commitment is to be in Atlanta July 11th to do the Great Spirit Relay, the walk to the White House. And so I'm hoping to meet Jose at Standing Rock, and also before that in Missouri. That's only next week though, away, is a Indigenous Elders Gathering that he wants to go to. So I'm working with him to the extent that, like I worked with Thomas Banyaka, the Hopi interpreter. I met in 1976, and I functioned as some sort of an informal assistant on occasion over the years. And this is introduced him to the Japanese Buddhist monks, who introduced him on several occasions to the Dalai Lama for ceremonies and so forth, and helped get the door to the House of Micah open, fulfilling the Hopi prophecy that Thomas felt was his life work fulfilled. But he's passed away, and so I've been working a little bit with Art Cisneros, but now I'm working more deeply with Jose Munoz, like I did with Thomas Banyaka, the Hopi interpreter, in order to really try to bring his message out to the world in these times for the cause of global peace. Okay. So that's the inside.
Actually.
Well, I was talking about witnessing the revival of the Chumash culture in the Santa Barbara area since 1978. That's when they had the spiritual encampment out by Point Conception in response to the threat by the oil companies to create a liquefied natural gas terminal out there and offload LNG in the troubled waters of Point Conception. So the Chumash, that being their sacred place, the Western Gate, where in their customs souls leave and come into their bodies from birth and death, very sacred to them. So they didn't want that to happen, and they went and camped out in the area and refused to leave and did ceremonies and rallied the community. And with the help of community leaders like Mark McGinnis, who started the Environmental Defense Center as their attorney, and rallying all the kinds of groups in town, they were able to stop the LNG terminal. And in the process, it just drew out of the woodwork, so to speak, so many Chumash people that had not felt comfortable to identify themselves with their Chumash heritage before. Mostly identified as the Latino or this kind of thing. But then all of a sudden people started showing up who spoke the language and who knew the customs and who were medicine people, and this I first witnessed in 1977 in September, when the whole group of them, led by spiritual leader Cote Lota, dedicated the park in Isla Vista, which was Madrid Park, and they made it into Anascoyo Park for the Chumash place name for that area. And you could just see in the whole group, so many colors, so many different variations of people. These are the Chumash descendants. And, since then, as you know, more and more influence. The Santa Ynez people got their recognition, they got the casino, they got money, they're doing things. The Coastal Band is doing things. The Winona Rubio with the Coastal Band went on, helped me organize the Global Peacewalk in 1995 that we took across country from New York to San Francisco. So now I'm working, and then of course Pilula Kus, the Chumash Bear Clan mother, and Choi Slow, one of the medicine people, came with our 1990 events, the Rainbow Uprising campaign. They were there with Thomas Banyaka and Jake Swamp to help initiate this Rainbow Uprising of consciousness concept to propagate the Great Law of Peace and the Hopi Declaration of Peace. So basically, in Winona, again, the Chumash firekeeper was the leading figure in our run from we took the light from the Peace Flame on campus, which houses the Hiroshima Peace Flame. We ran it in a relay run with a bunch of people to Diablo Canyon nuclear power plant for a demonstration one year. And so I think more and more now it's fair to say that in the Santa Barbara community, if you have a significant event of any spiritual impact, then the people that organize are going to have the representative from the Chumash there to say an opening blessing and that kind of thing. And I've been working most recently with Art Cisneros, Chumash elder, who's on the board of directors with the Tribal Trust Foundation in Antioch University. And he's the one who's brought Jose Munoz to Santa Barbara, and whose guidance I'm following in supporting Jose in his mission on this, bringing out the teachings of the Sixth Sun calendar.